Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike. It is 11 a.m. It is the 26th of October, almost Halloween. Well, we've got one of those days today where we're going to concentrate more on the news than we are on the TA because we're still hanging out at $34,500, as I have said for the last 2 days. Need to break 35,000, either hold it as support or keep going up, but 35,000 is the level we need to break, and then I expect us to go towards 38 and then 40,000. That hopefully isn't hopium, but if we can't, then we will come back down. So we're going to go through the markets very quickly. We're going to go and have a look at what people are saying about the bull run, what Gary Gensler was growling about yesterday, the decoupling of crypto and stocks, what MasterCard are up to, what's happening with Darknet Cash, and a $240 million scam in India involving the police. And after all that, as if that wasn't enough, we are going to have our quiz, which will hopefully be in about 40-45 minutes time, depending on how long it takes to get through the news. So that is what we are planning to do today. If we go over and have a look at the markets, market cap hasn't really moved, still over 1.2 trillion. Volume is down considerably. Bitcoin dominance is still there, 53%. That's the total percentage of the market. So Bitcoin accounts for 53% of the entire crypto market. ETH dominance has dropped yet again. It's down towards 17%. It was way up at 20% months ago when it was going through its pump, but that's fallen away. Go down. Let's have a look at what's up. Gala up massive. Pepe up massive. The Graph, Oasis, GMX, Rocket Pool, Arbitrum, some decent pumps there. Even Dogecoin and SHIB are up today. So that's good news. What is losing today? Not a lot really. As I always say, when you start to see stable coins appearing near the top of the losers, that's a sign that the market's had a green day. And what do we love? We love green days. We're not a big fan of wait till September ends, but we're a big fan of green day nonetheless. that's where we are with the markets. We are going to crack on with the news. I'm going to try and cram in as much as we can today. I will be dropping boxes throughout the show. So if you are here for the boxes, we will be dropping them as we go along. Let's have a quick look in chat now. Good morning, Navy. I think Munaya is in the chat this morning as well, so good morning to you. Remember, there are impersonators of me doing the rounds on different platforms like Twitter and Telegram. They are not me. I will never DM you. Only time you will hear about me is if I run a competition and you win. I will email you. Come from me, and all I will do is maybe ask for your wallet address or your pay ID or whatever it might be, and then I will send you your winnings. I am never going to DM you. So if somebody reaches out and says anything to you, it's not me, and I'm certainly not going to try and ask you how your trading experience has been. So beware of impersonators. Only follow the official channels of Crypto Warehouse. If anybody messages you, not me. Always look out for certain things. They change the O of crypto to be a 0, and when they try and impersonate me, they use a number 1 in Mike instead of I. So just be careful of impersonators. Now we're going to get on to more bullish news this week. I've actually tried to find some negative news, which is why we're going to look at the darknet India at the end of the show, because all the news at the minute is positive. So I'm trying to find some news to balance it out. Now, crypto analyst explains how investors stay alert ahead of bull market. Miles Deutscher has been mentioned on this channel a couple of times, urging investors to monitor Telegram and Discord for new crypto projects as the bull market nears. I don't agree with that. Predicts that market shifts will enhance profit potential of altcoins. I do agree with that. Let's have a look at what he has to say. Make this a little bit bigger for you so you can read it. So a well-known crypto analyst recommends that investors closely monitor Telegram and Discord for up-and-coming projects as the bull market approaches. Social media platforms offer bull market opportunities for crypto investors. Predicts that shifting market conditions will positively influence the profit potential of altcoins. This will have a positive effect on many altcoins and create new trading opportunities. Now, I have problems with this, but let's carry on. Some will be a surprise, but with some digging, Telegram, Discord, AMAs, etc., you can find them. However, he directed his followers particularly to the projects generating a significant amount of interest and hype. Look for projects with major up-and-coming catalysts or announcements. The statement was met with various reactions. Yeah, I do agree with that. Recent being crypto reported a significant breakout in the long term. We don't need to read about that. So I'm going to be as quick as I can with these articles today. What I would say about this is very simple. If you are new to crypto, do not follow this advice. Okay, if you are new to crypto, the one thing I would recommend you do is stick to the platform you're watching us on now. Why do I say that? Because Telegram and Discord are full of scammers. Twitter is also full of scammers. What you will find is that people will advertise Dogecoin V2 or Shiba Inu bars, for example. They're fake coins. If you spend your time on Discord and Telegram, Twitter, don't know what you're doing, you're going to be sucked into the hype. And a term called shilling, it's where crypto influencers are paid to sell coins to you. And that's, they want you to pump the price up. The founders and the influencers take massive profits out of it. Remember, when somebody sells at a massive profit, buying in, and those people will normally be left with the bags and they'll be left high and dry. My advice is not to follow Discord, not to follow Telegram, but follow reputable news. So follow what is listed on the exchange. Exchanges that we stream on both have solid news to follow. Majority of the time, they don't kill projects which you'll lose your money on because of a rug pull. There will, of course, be ups and downs in all coins. Can't help that. So my advice is to stick to the platform you're on. Follow Cointelegraph, follow CoinDesk, people like that. Try and avoid listening to people like me that you hear on the internet, because the majority of them will be lying to you because it's in their best interests. And before you ask, yes, we do get inquiries all the time that shill coins to you. In most cases, they are absolute scams. In other cases, after a bit of digging, you realize that they are scams. So we don't shill projects. That's one thing that we don't do on here. Now, let's have a quick look at Bitcoin and Ethereum very quickly. It's not really a lot to write home about. We are massively overbought on the daily. As you can see, we are up at 87%, or 87. Last time we were this high was here, where we hit 90. That was back in January at the start of the year. So we've not been overbought for a long time. That's on the daily. If we have a look, we could argue maybe there is some, not really. There's no divergence on Bitcoin. We will be looking at Ethereum in a minute when there is some divergence. Now, all I will say on this is we did have a attempted run at 35 yesterday, and we've touched it twice. So what I would say is, on the whole, we are knocking on the door of 35. So we could see some action like this for a while before takeoff. We might see a retracement where we come down a little bit towards maybe this area here. But also, we are in a little bit of a pennant, essentially, where this could take us up towards those fabled prices, which is 39,000. That's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for about 38 to 40,000. So this is possible, but as I've said for the last few days, we are now getting more confirmation that we're holding this price, and that's what we need. We need confirmation. It's very easy to look at prices and say we're going to keep moving up. It's very easy to look at prices and say we're going to move down. We don't have an awful lot of downward momentum. We're testing 35 rather than testing the 34 range, if that makes any sense. So I'm still hoping for a move up. Yesterday I was 70%. The day before I was 60%. I'd say today I'm about 75% confident of another move up. We need one piece of positive to help us move up. Only thing is, it do have some bearish divergence. That's the question. Possibly. We'll have to wait and see. Personally, I think we're going to move to the upside before coming back down again. Now, Ethereum, we move on to that very briefly. Ethereum has got some bearish divergence on it. I was looking at this just before coming on air, because today I haven't really wanted to do too much in the way of charts, because we've done charts all week. All I would say is that we are potentially looking at a move down on Ethereum. Now remember what happened over here we had bullish divergence here, which led to this run up. And now we have bearish divergence. So could we come back down to maybe 1750, potentially 1750, to retest the moving average? That's a possibility for me. So with Bitcoin, I'm expecting a move up. If Bitcoin does move up, then I would expect Ethereum to maybe hold on. But there is bearish divergence on Ethereum. So of the two, I expect Ethereum to retrace ever so slightly today. Maybe a 2% retracement. Maybe a 1% retracement. But it won't be a huge amount. I just think Ethereum's had a decent run. I can see it. People taking profits. We're up 3% plus today, so I'm not expecting a great deal more from Ethereum unless Bitcoin really takes off. Now, as I said, I'm not spending a long time on the charts today because I keep not getting through the news, and I think it's nice to not do TA every single stream. So let me move on. Now, Gary Gensler was back center stage yesterday. He was at the 2023 Securities Enforcement Forum. Now, doesn't that sound like an absolute barrel of laughs? Oh, it does, right. Good morning, Marion. Welcome to the stream. Do a refresh because my chat has yet again decided to crash, even though the app has been updated. Bear with me for 1 second. Just going in. There we go. We're up to speed. Remember, if you are new here, I am more than happy to talk to you about anything you want. If you don't agree with anything I've said, I have different price targets for the coins. Feel free. Good morning, Rick. Welcome back. Nice to see you again, sir. So what has Gary got to say for himself? Gary Gensler has stressed that the cryptocurrency industry continues to suffer from non-compliance with US rules. Well, when the man who doesn't provide the rules says that you don't comply with those rules, don't provide, take everything he said, put it in a great big oil tin and set it on fire. As far as I can see, he's made no effort to help crypto. So the absolute barefaced cheek of the man to say that there is non-compliance when he hasn't provided the rules to comply with is utter BS. Gary Gensler should be removed immediately. He expressed concern over the decentralized nature of the industry and emphasized that crypto firms are not exempt from traditional financial regulations. So his concern over it being decentralized is based more on the fact that he can't control it rather than based on anything else. Remember what his job is. His job is to protect retail customers. Look at the biggest scams that have happened in crypto in the last 2 years. FTX, Celsius, BlockFi. They are scams. Luna wasn't a scam. Luna was a fault in how the stablecoin was printed, how Luna was printed. It was a death spiral. It wasn't a scam. They're totally different. FTX defrauded. Why did FTX defraud people? Because it was made to move to the Bahamas because America didn't provide regulations. Why did BlockFi and Celsius cause so many problems? Because they weren't regulated properly. Who provides regulation? The SEC. So whose fault is it we've had these 3 massive scams in America? Gary Gensler's fault. Nobody else. He wants to see himself as the head of the SEC. He should have taken responsibility for FTX, BlockFi and Celsius and stood down. That is what any sane human being would have done. Instead, he's going on tour telling people how bad crypto is without helping without helping crypto to comply. The SEC boss stated there's no reason to believe that crypto asset securities markets, investors, and issuers deserve any less protection than traditional financial entities. Pointing to the economic realities of the industry, he referred to the famous Howey decision. So now he's changed his tune. He said he's gone from most, if not all, of crypto assets to large majority of assets. They're two totally different things. Most, if not all, indicates 99%. Large majority could be 60 or 70%. So already he's bending his own words, make himself sound better. He didn't mince his words about the industry problems. In contrast, Jay Clayton expressed a more optimistic view on the crypto landscape. In an interview with CNBC last call, Clayton shared his belief that the approval of Bitcoin ETFs is inevitable. So, a Bitcoin ETF involves companies buying and storing Bitcoin in a safe environment. Those companies are regulated by the SEC. The SEC at any point can go knock on the door and walk in and check their books, check their processes, see where the Bitcoin is held. So that's not allowed in America. Why is that? Because doesn't that help them fall under compliance in America and the SEC? So wouldn't you want more and more of these Bitcoin ETFs to be approved so you can at least make some efforts to force them to comply? Because remember, if you're a retail client at the minute, you have to go and buy your crypto from potentially insolvent exchanges. There's a few out there. There are rumors out there of which ones are insolvent. The ones you're watching on, fully solvent. So you're making these people who don't want to go and buy crypto from a dodgy exchange, you're making them go there instead of giving them the option of a Bitcoin ETF, which is going to sit in an office in America. So why won't you approve the Bitcoin ETFs? Because you want the banks to get in and have first call? Confidence stems from the resolution of previous regulatory concerns that had plagued cryptocurrency. Many of these concerns now addressed to the satisfaction of the regulators. Clayton foresees a bright future for Bitcoin ETF. Once a Bitcoin ETF is approved, do not think that's the end of the story. A Bitcoin ETF is the first ETF, spot ETF, that's going to be approved. But we do have applications outstanding for Ethereum ETFs. Will, in the future, have different ETFs. The same way you have commodities ETFs, have sugar ETFs, oil ETFs, you have multiples that cross over. You are going to see a DeFi ETF. You're going to see potentially, think of another example, AI ETF. Might even be a Web3 ETF. There's more than one product at stake here, and Bitcoin is the first one because it's the biggest bear in the forest. They're going to approve that one first and then look at the next ones. So don't think this is the end of the road. This is, we've literally just turned on to the motorway, and Bitcoin will come first, then Ethereum, then maybe even XRP, Cardano, Solana. The next group will then be approved. So it's not the end, it's the beginning. That's the way I like to read that. But Gary Gensler needs to be removed. He is an absolute embarrassment to America, as if Joe Biden isn't the embarrassment, and Gary Gensler both need to be removed. Okay, let's move on. Also, remember, don't forget, if you see these scam links pasted into chat, please ignore them. Don't click on them. It's great to be here. Hello, Rick. Yeah, don't click on any of those links. They're all scams. They're only there to try and get you to connect your wallet so they can drain your cryptocurrency. Okay, let's move on then. So, decoupling is a term that I haven't used very often on the stream. So if you compare the stock market and crypto, and if you put them side by side, you will see that crypto and stocks, the majority of the time, they follow each other. There is a pattern there. If you look at the DXY, the Dixie, which is the strength of the American dollar, that tends to work adversely to stocks and crypto. The DXY goes up, crypto and stocks come down. Conversely, if the DXY comes down and the American dollar loses strength, stocks and crypto go up. Decoupling is where crypto moves independently of stocks. And people have talked about two things in the future. One being the flippening. The flippening is where the market cap of Ethereum goes above that of Bitcoin. That's one. The second one is decoupling. That's where the crypto prices move independently of the stock market. So if the stock market drops 1% and crypto goes up 4 or 5% in a day, and then the following day it goes up another 4 or 5%, etc. But the stock market is struggling to get any gains whatsoever, that's a decoupling. Crypto is moving outside of stocks. This does happen in the past. There might be a very nice graph on here to explain it. But let's go through it. That's just basically what decoupling is. So Bitcoin ETF hype can explain a lot about why Bitcoin appears to have decoupled from stocks, but analysts say that's not the only reason. Bitcoin pushed past 35,000 on Wednesday for a very brief moment in time. Analysts see mounting hype as the dominant force that's pulling crypto ahead, while stocks on Wall Street appear relatively tepid. You can't state that the run-up on Monday was due to anything else. The market is reacting, although with a lagged effect, to the increased likelihood of a spot ETF. Bitcoin has surged 24% over the past week, according to CoinGecko, while the S&P 500 has dropped 2.5%. Nasdaq has dropped 3.3%. So this decoupling thing, it's not a permanent thing in the short term. It's not something where now we've decoupled, we're going to stay decoupled, because the very simple reason is stocks, shares, bonds, Bitcoin, crypto, they're all affected by the macro environment. I'm going to drop a video today, another Crypto in the Park video, and we're going to explain external factors that have an effect on crypto. But in this instance, they decouple for a while. But all stocks and shares and crypto all follow the same pattern because they're all affected by war, pandemics, interest rates, recession. They're all affected by that. So it kind of follows suit that they would kind of, go up and down at the same time. So when crypto decouples, it decouples because there is news specific to crypto that causes it to happen. In this case, it's the Bitcoin ETF. In April, May next year, it's going to be the halving. In November, maybe December the year after, it's going to be the all-time high. It decouples for a time, and then it will probably reconnect at some point in the next couple of months anyway. So just bear that in mind. It's not a one and done. It's a constant. It's like magnets that move away from each other. They just get pulled back to each other because they're all affected by the same macro environmental effects. Bitcoin's correlation to equities has trended down over the past year, but the coin moved in tandem with stocks for much of 2022. The correlation story has changed quite a lot in the past year, and that's something that you should acknowledge by market participants. Here we go. This is a perfect graph. So what this shows us, if that's on the screen, hopefully it is. Yes, it's perfect. So what you will see is that gold, S&P, Nasdaq all move in the same correlation. Now, you will find gold as well. When stock markets rise, gold will fall. And when the stock market falls, gold will rise, because gold is a risk-off asset. Stocks, on the whole, are risk-on assets. So what I mean by that is if we're going to go into, let's say there's going to be another conflict, and a big conflict somewhere. Stock markets will react badly because it will affect the global economy. Gold will shoot up. Alternatively, when we're out of a recession, when interest rates start to fall, when money starts to flow back into the market, gold is less desirable, so people will buy stocks and shares and sell their gold. So kind of, as you can see here, it will spike. Gold will spike when the market falls. Gold will spike, market falls. Market spikes, gold falls. So that's just the way it works. This decoupling is a good thing. It shows that crypto can stand on its own 2 feet, separate from the exchange. But don't forget, we're only at 1.25 trillion. And I know that sounds a lot to a lot of people, but don't forget, we're going to hit $5, $6, $9 trillion in the next bull run. That's going to be a 5 to 6, 7x from where we are now. So crypto will become its own entity in its own right in years to come. But that doesn't mean it's still not going to be affected by the same pressures that gold and the stock markets are. Now, we're doing quite well for time, but I can't spend too long on each bit of news. So we're going to move on. Remember, if you are in chat, Chronicle, the crypto Bitcoin is decoupling from the NASDAQ. It is decoupling. It will probably stay decoupled now, I imagine. On and off, it will be coupled between now and I would say the halving. If the Bitcoin ETF is approved, which is a pretty much certainty between now and April, then Bitcoin is going to fly. But don't forget, it's based on patterns as well. So although it will fly, it's still going to be affected by the same things as stocks and shares. So although it might be decoupled for the next 6 months or 4 months, whatever it might be, in 3 years' time, it will go back to being coupled with every other asset class. You know, oil, sugar, what else is there? Oranges, picking stocks, all gets affected by the same things. If people don't have any money, the markets fall and gold goes up. If you have money, stocks, crypto, everything goes up apart from gold. So it's cyclical, and it will go back over time to being correlated, just maybe not today or tomorrow. So MoonPay, which has appeared on the channel a few times. I'll get rid of these adverts. There we go. MoonPay will incorporate compliance-friendly MasterCard's crypto credential system and integrate payments like MasterCard Send and Click to Pay, according to a blog post. So MoonPay is a crypto and an NFT payment app to explore how the blockchain-based Web3 world can connect with and build loyalty amongst consumers. Card networks like Visa and MasterCard have been busy around Web3. Now, I'll go back a few years. In 2016 and 2017, when I was buying crypto, there was all kinds of pain to buy, because you had to send over utility bills, your copies of your passport. The companies that I would use would forget who I was 3 weeks later, and I'd have to do the whole thing again. And you'd go and try and buy crypto, and it was just an absolute nightmare. What we want, and you know, this ideology of being transparent and invisible on the internet and transparent and invisible in crypto, that needs to go, because it's not helping anybody. It's not going to help you. We need to have KYC on transactions that occur outside of exchanges. We need KYC on MoonPay, KYC on anything that's connected to, let me think, Phantom, anything that's connected to any of the other hot wallets that you might use. We need KYC, and we need a future where people know who each other are, because that builds a level of trust. And there is talk about doing a decentralized kind of like centralized wallets that store all of your information that you can share, and it's independently verified. I get all of that. We don't have that now. What we want to do is we want to build a UI where people who come to crypto don't need to worry about complicated things, that use a better word. What do I mean by that? If they go to MoonPay, buy $100 of Bitcoin or buy an NFT, and they know that MasterCard has their records of who they are, so then you go to your MoonPay account, which is connected to your MasterCard account. All of that KYC, all of those problems are gone. Same way that if you use an exchange to add $500 to, you've already done the KYC, you're already compliant with them, you've given them your utility bills, they know who you are. You don't want the headache of having to send all of this information across the internet to random people who don't know what they are. We want compliant companies to look after us. And all of these things that happen with MasterCard and Visa, all of the connections that they make to crypto exchanges and the hot wallets imagine a future where you can buy Bitcoin through your ledger that's connected to your Visa card. So the crypto goes straight from an exchange straight to your ledger without you having to do anything. All of this stuff just makes life so much easier because you are not the people that we need to cater to. You are the first adopters. You are the first people to crypto. I said this on Monday, say it again. You are not the people that are going to need help. You're already here. You're already using an exchange. You're already buying and selling crypto. We need to look at your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your work colleagues, the people that don't know how any of this stuff works. And we need to make crypto as accessible as using Revolut or as using their local bank account online or their banking app, whatever it might be. We need to make it that simple. And all of these connections between MasterCard and Visa and everybody else is just making life easy. Don't forget, MasterCard and Visa are doing this because they know the amount of money they can make out of it. Not only the amount of money they can make out of it, the amount of money they can save doing these transactions through crypto, which is the entire point of it. Now, I do like to have a balance on the show, and from time to time I will look at some not sinister, not negative, but real events. When should we take profits? I take it Chronicle's talking about Bitcoin. Okay, now that's a really good question. If we didn't have ETFs, my target for Bitcoin was $105,000. So I was going to start taking profits at $90,000 on Bitcoin. Now, we're going to get ETFs, which I didn't factor in. Could we see $250,000 Bitcoin? At a push, yes, we can. We are going to have ETFs. We're going to have a new president of America. We're going to have a new SEC chair, because they're appointed directly by the president of America. We are going to have BRICS nations using crypto for transactions away from the dollar. We are going to have more adoption. Exchanges are going to be more and more regulated. The more regulation we have, the more money can come to crypto. People seem to think that regulation is going to destroy crypto. It isn't. I'll give you a good anecdote. I've got my money with a bank that will not allow me to buy stocks and shares or crypto that isn't from a fully regulated and compliant partner. That means, in very simple English, I can't buy crypto from my bank. I can't buy crypto stocks from my bank. Not regulated. If we get Bitcoin ETFs, if we get regulated exchanges in the UK and Europe and Africa and Asia, and we have a set of regulated exchanges, a set of regulated products, a set of banks that offer those regulated products, we have seen maybe 1% of potential value of crypto right now. We are nowhere near saturation. We are nowhere near adoption. We are nowhere near the price that Bitcoin is ever going to go. Are we going to see a $1 million Bitcoin in the future? Absolutely. Of course we are, because it's inflation hedge, limited supply, never going to go above 21 million. The more and more people come to crypto, the less Bitcoin there is to go around. So my short answer is, I'm going to start looking at where we are in November next year. Now, the all-time high should be November 2025. That should be the all-time high, based on the past 4 cycles. So September to December in 2025 is when we should reach our peak. There is something called a super cycle where it goes on beyond that. I don't know if that's going to happen. So this time next year, we're going to know where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin could be at $100,000 this time next year. To sell at $80,000, $90,000 or $100,000 a year before the potential all-time high is too poor. So personally, my strategy is I'm going to hold on to Bitcoin for the next 18 months, and I'm going to look to start selling it in September 2025. However, if you bought Bitcoin at $5,000 and it gets to $70,000 and you've got 10 Bitcoin, for example, sell 10%, sell 20%, start to take some profit. But I just think that the potential and the headwind of a new American government, recession fears gone, inflation coming down, interest rates coming down, Bitcoin ETFs, the halving, it's like the perfect storm. So my $100,000, $105,000 prediction could be completely wrong. We could be at $105,000 in May, and then I'm going to look like a fool. But actually, I'm not going to look like a fool, because I don't have a crystal ball, as I always say. So I'm not going to sell at 69,000. I'm going to see where the market takes us, because we've got 2 years. Have 2 years to maximize our portfolios, the all-time high, and the all-time high for Bitcoin is not necessarily the all-time high for Ethereum and Cardano and XRP. Now, what you should do is you should create yourself a plan. So if you have 10,000 ADA, for example, are you going to sell at $3, $4, $5? What percentage you sell at those prices? And maybe look at that kind of way of doing it. So maybe you do want to sell 10% at 69,000, and then maybe sell 10% at 8,000 and 10% at 100,000, and keep going like that. Maybe you do, but personally, I'm hanging on for another 18 months before the next all-time high, and after we've got all of this headwind. We could be sitting here at $175,000. Don't know. We don't know. But the signs are positive, and that's all I can base it on. I hope that answers your question. Second. So we've got a couple of bits of news to finish the show off. So $144 million worth of Bitcoin linked to defunct darknet marketplace suddenly moves to crypto mixer. That's a fair old chunk of Bitcoin. On-chain data reveals that hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin linked to a dark web marketplace has abruptly been moved to a crypto mixer. Now, Zach XBT is a hero of crypto, and I've mentioned him a couple of times. In fact, I think I mentioned him on Monday when I was on the show with Brogan. He tracks down criminals, and he works with the FBI and the CIA and other police around the world to help track down criminal activity, and he deserves a medal. He's also about to be appointed the council, the Polygon Council, who will be running Polygon moving forward. So he's done well for himself, and all of this started with him being hacked years ago, but he's a hero. So 4,800 Bitcoin originated from Abaraxis Darknet, never heard of it. Abaraxis. An entity moved 4,800 Bitcoin, which exit scammed in November 2015. So that's been around for 8 whole years. They consolidated funds and also deposited to a mixer. This graph shows an example of the movements. Wow. So the good news is we have people like Zach. And the good news is that he works with exchanges and he works with the FBI and the CIA. And he is a positive light in the crypto world, because no matter what happens, this kind of stuff goes on in everything. It goes on in paper bags, it goes on in rucksacks, it goes on in diamonds, it goes on in crypto. Crypto is not responsible for all of the world's ills, as Elizabeth Warren will make out. So it's just another mechanism for these people to commit illegal activities. So as long as you've got people like Zach on the case, should be fairly happy. And as we know, America, the UK yesterday has appointed a 40-strong team to track down this kind of activity in the UK. I don't think that's enough people, but I'm sure it's a start. America is doing the same, China is doing the same. We're all working in the same direction, which is regulation, compliance, and catching the bad guys. That's what we want to do. Now, we're not going to spend too much more on this because we nearly got to the end of the show. We've got one more article. And talking of bad guys, India. 1,000 Indian police caught up a $240 million scam. Make that a bit bigger so you can see it. Over 1,000 Indian police officials have been caught up in a fake crypto scam that managed to dupe more than 250,000 victims out of $240 million. According to India Today, the Ponzi scheme enticed investors with promises of hefty returns in two fictitious cryptocurrencies, Corvio Coin and DGT Coin. Victims tempted by the promise of massive Bitcoin-like gains were fooled by fake websites. They were also encouraged to recruit more individuals. What I have said time and time again. I'm going to have my rant, as you would expect at the end of the show. I'm going to have my rant about this. I will apologise in advance. Get menu up to date so we know where we are. Okay. Police officials from Himachal Pradesh's Mandi district reportedly lost millions of rupees to scammers, but while many were content to recoup their losses, some also became promoters, using their standing in the local community to attract other unsuspecting victims. According to Tribune India, senior police sources say it's a scam involving an awful lot of money. Two arrested suspects have reportedly confessed to owing $48 million to investors tricked by the scam. Now, I'm not going to read too much of that because what you need to gain from this is don't listen to anybody you know about crypto unless you've heard of it and it's a top 20 coin and one of your friends says, have you heard that Matic are going to sign a partnership with Microsoft? Fair enough. Okay, go and look that up. Go and make sure it's real. Maybe then go and buy Matic. That's my slight caveat that I don't normally add in. On the whole, all I get are people contacting me on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on Discord. Have you heard about this coin, or this coin? And if you've been here before, are going to know that I say this all the time. Do not invest in anything a friend, a family member, or a work colleague brings to you unless it is top 20 or top 50 coin. Do not hand over any money, anybody, okay? Go to the exchange that you're watching this stream on and buy it through there. Don't give anybody money. Don't send it to any wallet address. Don't believe any email. Don't believe any PDF files you are given. It's all a scam. Every single one of them is going to be a scam. We make videos about scams on our channel, on a streaming platform that you might know. We make videos about scams, and they're always the same. Your brother or your cousin comes to you and says, I've got this great product, pays 5% commission a day. Come and put $1,000 in, you'll be making $50 a day out of it. You'll get your money back in a month, and away you go. That's a Ponzi scheme. And the money that you get paid in your commission comes from other people depositing in the platform. When they run out of money to pay you, they close the website down and they disappear with all of your money. That's how it works. Crypto, it's even worse, because the balance that they show you, it might show you that you've got a $2,500 balance, even though you've only deposited $1,000. You can't get your money out. Go to withdraw it and they'll disappear. They're all scams, every one of them. I cannot highlight it enough. You buy valid crypto from an exchange, and even then you're not 100% safe. If you look at Pepe, for example, Pepe was rug pulled. I believe Safarium was rug pulled, and they were listed on exchanges. So by using an exchange, you're limiting but not eliminating the risk that you are taking. So if you're new to crypto, we've made a video about what your portfolio should be. If you're an advanced crypto trader, just resist the urge of doing anything with any of your friends. What happens if your friend has been equally duped and comes to you and gets you to buy in, so you're both duped? Well, when you invest, both of you invest your money, and you lose your money, and you go to your friend and say, you told me this was safe, it's not only ruined your financial freedom, it's also ruined your friendship. That's why I'm saying, just say no to everything. As soon as somebody says, have you heard about this new cryptocurrency? Say no. Say no and tell them not to invest. It's a scam. And if you want me to check, I am more than happy to check anything that you've been approached with. Send me an email, send me a Discord, send me a Telegram. All my contact details are underneath every stream I do. And we will check it out for you for free, and we'll make a video. We did it a few weeks ago with GDOL. GDOL is a scam. It doesn't even have a blockchain contract, a crypto token contract. It doesn't exist yet. So contact us and we will help you out. Now then, let us move on to the quiz. I believe we are on to now. So let me bring up Bitcoin. Let's have Bitcoin on the screen so we know where we are. Second. And then we will begin. I'll try and do a longer quiz than normal. The last few weeks, the quiz has been fairly short because we've run out of time. We've got a good 20 minutes today, so we'll try and do a longer quiz. Yeah. Let's not have it on the second. There we go. So that's the 1 minute chart of Bitcoin. Let's see what happens in the next few minutes. Okay, where are we? I think I need to restart my chat because everything has stopped again. Second. Right. Go back in. One thing I haven't mentioned today, if you are new to Crypto Warehouse, if you are here for the first time, we would greatly appreciate a like, follow, a love heart, whatever it is you've got in front of you. Just smash all the buttons you can see apart from the close button. That would be greatly appreciated. So the quiz is very simple. We ask you a set of very simple questions. just put the answer in lowercase and you will win. I'll either give you a shout out or you'll win some crypto depending on where you're watching us. And again, these aren't trick questions. I'm not trying to catch you out. So let me begin with the first question. Okay. Dogecoin. Is Dogecoin proof of work or proof of stake? All you have to do is type POW or POS into chat and you will be a winner. Is Dogecoin proof of work or proof of stake? I'm going to give you about 60 seconds to answer the question and you will be a winner. Okay, how are we doing? 19 correct answers, 22 correct answers so far. $26 in total. Rick, I know it's the it's a pain in the backside. I know. Don't worry, there'll be plenty more questions to come. The answer is, of course, hit refresh. The answer is, of course, proof of work. Dogecoin is the second. Dogecoin is the second largest proof of work blockchain behind Bitcoin. It is not BNB. Adil's answer to every question is always BNB. But no, the answer isn't BNB, unfortunately. Right, next question. Okay, next question. The current supply of Ethereum. The current supply of Ethereum is 250 million Ethereum. Is that true or false? All you have to do is type true or false into chat. And if you're right, I will give you a shout out. And if you are wrong, do not worry, I will not embarrass you by calling you out unless you say BNB. Is the current supply of Ethereum 250 million? That is the question. Lots of you are getting this one right. $14 correct answers, 22 correct answers. 27. 33. This is going reasonably well. A few more seconds. And then it will be over. So, 45 correct answers. Very decent. Is the current supply of Ethereum 250 million? That is false. Just over 120 million. Who got that one right this time? Toja Gold and Silver. That is a really... That sounds like a Lord of the Rings name. That sounds like a dwarf under the mountain name. Toja Gold and Silver. Who else won? Adi Crypto won. Sebastian Rakiki won. Marian Adil. Adil is here. Well done. Josu, Rakib, Farmer, Crypto Mafia. I can't see. everybody's names on this one today. Who else is there? Rick 1. True Corona. Tariq. Walid Rocket. The Cozy. Well done. Congratulations. 45 is a decent number of correct asset. The ETH supply is in billions. No, it's in millions. So there's 120 million Ethereum in circulation. 120. I think it's 120.3 million Ethereum in circulation. Right. Now, okay. Next question. That's right. Ahad Crypto, why can't I claim? I don't know. It could be your location. It could very well be where you are based. Next question. Simple question. I want the surname, which is the last name of this individual, and I need the answer in lowercase. That's it. So, what is the surname of the owner of X? What is the surname of the owner of X? All you need to do is put the answer in lowercase, and you will be a winner. Surname of the owner of X. Correct answer we got. So 23 correct answers so far. Since this market pump, I've definitely noticed an increase in people watching. So the viewing figures have gone up dramatically, which is a good sign and a good thing for crypto in general. 38 correct answers so far. 40. The surname of the owner of X is, of course, Musk. M-U-S-K. Elon Musk is the owner of X. He also owns Tesla, SpaceX. Rather rich. Marianne, congratulations. Danny, Adil, Sean, Ariful, Rick, Elra here. They're all the names I can see. Well done to you all. Good old Elon Musk. Now, next question. Again, I'm trying to think of simple questions. Anything too complicated, then it becomes a chicken question. Then I have to explain what the chicken question is, and then nobody gets it right, and everybody complains. So, okay, this is a trickier question. I'm going to reduce the number of prizes, and you could possibly have this as a chicken question. Chicken question means I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Don't answer in chat till the end, because if you answer at the beginning, everybody's going to copy your answer, and the chances of you winning are reduced. The question is, Justin Sun created which blockchain? Justin Sun created which blockchain? You have 60 seconds to answer that question. Now remember, if you know the answer, don't answer it. Wait until there's 20 seconds to go. Tariq! No! Don't answer it straight away. It's the chicken question. Okay, there's not going to be... there's only going to be so many of you win. I'm afraid, because Tariq has ruined the chicken question. Okay, there are only 30 prizes, and there's currently 31 people getting this right. This was supposed to be a chicken question, which meant if you knew the answer, kept the answer to yourself. Don't answer it straight away. So 35 correct answers, but remember there's only 30 prizes on this one. So Adil, congratulations. Jewel, Crypto Mafia, Miss Ishan, well done. Adi, Sam, Artful. Now, please tell me Tariq actually won then. Can't see Tariq. Munaya won, congratulations. Queen, thank you. Dope won. Sam won, congratulations. I don't think Tariq actually won. You didn't get the prize, did you? Oh. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I did say it was a chicken question and not to answer it at the beginning, because what I do is I drop the number of boxes so you win a lot more. But the problem, of course, then is that you don't all win. So this is why I don't do a chicken question that often, because there's always someone, and it's not always Tariq, who answers it so quickly, everybody copies, and then nobody wins. So we'll ask another one, but not a chicken one. Okay, this is a simple one. The answer is a number. What is CZ's number for FUD? So CZ, a fairly well-respected member of crypto Twitter. What is his number for FUD? Number. It's not a chicken question this time, Tariq. Feel free to answer as soon as possible. Lots and lots of correct answers for this one. Remember, if you've answered the question, give us a follow, smash the like button, check below the stream. You will find all of our contact information, all of our links, all of our social medias, everything else. You have to look up Crypto Warehouse and you'll find us in most places that you would need to look. 48 correct answers. 50. We haven't seen 50 correct answers in a very long time. $57 correct answers. Big numbers. Crypto Mafia won again. I think he's got everyone right today. Marian, congratulations. Joker, Eagle Wings, welcome back to the stream, Eagle. Samir, Rick, Jewel, Bilal, Omnia, congratulations to all of you. Crypto Panda, well done. Okay, Rick, nice to see you. Thanks for coming to the stream. See you tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow we are back at 1 p.m. Don't start at 11 on Fridays. We start at 1 p.m. You have a nice day as well, Rick. So the answer was 4. DZ's number for FUD is 4. What is FUD? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it's when something has been written that might not necessarily be true, or it's exaggerating, or whatever it might be. So that is why. And he holds up 4 fingers in the picture. So next question. In a second, remember, I have to enter these questions manually. It does take me a little bit of time. I don't have them written down. I do think of them all off the top of my head. So just give me a couple of seconds between each question. Ask you a new one. Would help if I could spell. Okay, again, this is a number. The Bitcoin halving, the Bitcoin halving we're going to have in April or May next year. The Bitcoin halving is every 2 or 4 years. Just put the number 2 or the number 4 into chat and you will win. Is the Bitcoin halving every 2 or every 4 years? And remember, if you've answered the question, got time to spare, smash the like button, smash the love heart, hit the follow button, the usual things. Everything. "20 seconds left. Lots of correct answers. The Bitcoin halving is every 2 or 4 years. Put 2 or 4 into chat. Will win. Hidden agendas, you are correct. It is that. The answer is 4. There are 4 years between cycle. 4 years between cycle. 64 of you got that right, including Mafia again, Faisal, Kishan, another Faisal, Quasim, Elian, welcome to the stream, Elian. Long time no see. Sweta, well done. Dimitri is back. Panda is here. Frederick, well done to you all. Next question. Also, don't forget, don't click any links you see in chat. Don't go to any of the links that you see. Anything that says free Bitcoin or free Ethereum, don't click those links. They are scams. Don't go anywhere near them. Right, next question. This will be the last question and then I'll drop a box. Litecoin, is that proof of work or proof of stake? Litecoin, is it proof of work or proof of stake? $30 seconds to go. Those of you here, is Litecoin proof of work or proof of stake? $18 seconds left. 15. Remember, if you've already answered the question, smash the like button. Help us to grow the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. 52 correct answers. The answer is that Litecoin is proof of work. Who created Litecoin? Charlie Lee. What did Charlie Lee do with all of his Litecoin? He sold it. Make of that what you will. I know we have a few big Litecoin fans in the stream. Mafia won again. Adil, congratulations. Ariful, Kid Jetpack, what a name. Munaya, well done. Sam, Rachid Boosh, Frederick, Savio, Rusty Ram, Nabil, and Miss Solem. Congratulations. Well, we've got through another day closer to the halving, another day hopefully closer to all-time highs. So we are back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Europe. So started today at 11 a.m. Central European time. Tomorrow we are back at 1 p.m. We are 2 hours later than normal tomorrow. It's a Friday. So make sure to like and follow Crypto Warehouse so you know when we stream. We put up the calendar events normally the night before, so you'll be able to be notified that we're going to go live. Other than that, have a great evening. Remember, Bitcoin has to get above 35,000. That's the next line for us to break. If we do, we could go very quickly to 37, 38,000, and then we're at 40,000. If we don't, we could come back down to 32,000, 33,000. So just keep your eyes out, see what happens. Hopefully this time tomorrow we're at 35,000 plus. If not, we'll be here anyway. So I'm going to drop a box. Thank you everybody for coming. We appreciate your support. We appreciate all the regulars that come into chat. Adi Crypto, Munaya, Beak, Rick, all of the usual people that come in. Thanks everybody for coming. Remember, after the stream, drop this box. After the stream, make sure to check out our chat. Make sure, sorry, not chat, our information. We do stream nearly every day on where you're watching us now, but we also make videos. So go and try and find some of our videos, give us a watch, and let us know what you think. Until tomorrow, have a great day.